Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport. It has been a very long time. It is the start of Season 4, our second season in League 2. Last season, if I remember correctly, we got to the playoff semi-finals and lost to Exeter. We finished 5th place in the table. We massively overperformed. So this season, we kind of have to hope that we can maybe do the same thing. I don't know whether we're going to be good enough to go up. At the start of this season, I'm going to need to have a quick sort of reminder for myself and everyone else involved, basically, exactly where we are as a club. Obviously, we started off in the Vanarama National North. We got promoted to the League 2, to League 2 after 2 seasons, basically. Promotion in the first season, promotion in the second season, 5th place in the third season. Financially, we are struggling, although we do have some money. Did we get a takeover? Is that a thing that happened in the summer and I completely forgot about it? So, if we go landmarks, we did have a takeover. Okay, so back in July we had a takeover. Charlie Clapham left the club and then Wayne Hutchins came in as a fans trust. So we don't have a lot of money, but we have some money. Well, that's one good bit of news. The reason why I'm on the finances screen is because I want to kind of show you something quite important. The wage budget section on the right hand side. We are spending £25,000 a week. We've got £40,000 to spend. I don't want to spend it. I want to try and use this season to get the club basically back to being financially stable. Hopefully with the fans trust taken over is also going to help. But yeah, we need to try and be a little bit more sensible because I want to build not only the team, I want to build the club. I want to build the infrastructure, the youth facilities, the training facilities, the stadium. I want to make Hague Avenue a 50,000 capacity stadium. Obviously, that's going to take some time. But in order to do that, you need to put in the groundwork as early as possible. And I think League 2, we're a professional club. We've got a decent squad at the moment. We've got a big squad as well. I think now's the time to start trying to build that sort of... Build the training ground, I guess, is probably the first thing to do. Also, in this save, we have had probably the best Brexit we can ever possibly have. There are no work permits. We have got players from Zambia who've never got an international cap, not even good enough to play for Zambia. We've got players from all over the world who have basically been able to join Southport on a free transfer on permanent deals, and they've not needed a work permit. I don't know whether that was a bug or a glitch, because it said that we should be having work permits. So here you go, work permit rules. United Kingdom have left the European Union, blah, blah, blah. Players coming in from the European Union will now need to apply for a work permit. Foreign players already in, blah, blah, blah. Unless it's only people from the EU now need a work permit and nobody else does? Have we had like a weird backwards Brexit where people who aren't from the EU now don't need work permits and people who are from the EU do need work permits? That could be what's happening, you know? So as this is the first episode of the next season, we've obviously made a lot of transfer business, and I need to remind myself exactly what's happened as well. 6 players, by the looks of it, have left the club on permanent deals. Caius Metz, he's left on a free transfer, still on a free transfer. 2 players have left the club on permanent deals, starting off then Leighton Stewart leaving the club signing for Middlesbrough. I think it's £87,000. Not a huge amount of money, but if I'm not mistaken, he had a minimum fee release of £87,000, so we were never going to keep hold of him. And the big one is our number 1 goalkeeper, James Trafford, signing for Brentford for £225,000. Don't worry, we've definitely replaced him with a loanee from Reading. So transfer business joining the club. Luis Valadres has extended his loan deal for another season from Barnsley. We know all about him, and if you don't, watch last season when he joined us. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Saul Shotton has also extended his loan deal for a 3rd season from West Brom. 3 additional players have also joined the club on loan deals. First up is Bartosz Cybulski, maybe from Derby County, a striker. He's probably going to be that Leighton Stewart replacement, isn't he? 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's also 6'6" with 20 jumping reach. We might get some goals from corners from this lad. Our new number 1 goalkeeper on loan from Reading is 20-year-old Icelandic goalkeeper Jökull Andersson, who, I don't know, is it Jökull? Not sure that's how I'm going to pronounce it in Anderson. It's not Anderson, it's Andresen. Definitely going to call him Anderson for the rest of the season. He is going to be our number 1 goalkeeper, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential on this lad. And joining on loan from Southampton is 22-year-old Irish attacking midfielder Will Smallbone. He's here for the season once again. 4-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. I think Will Smallbone is going to be a very useful player for us. Now in no particular order, 10 new players signing all on free transfers. First up is Zico Asari, who's immediately gone out on loan to Wrexham. We've had him on loan previously, we've signed him on a free transfer and then loaned him out. I think Wrexham are paying all of his wages. Next up is another player who's immediately gone out on loan. It is 18-year-old English defender Sam Symes, formerly of Aston Villa. Once again, free transfer. He looks quite good. Probably needs to play a lot of football. I can't imagine he's going to be one of those players that we're going to be seeing in 5-10 years' time, potentially being a Championship or Premier League standard player. Next up is another defender. This time it is Morten Jessen from Rosenhøj, maybe in, I assume, Denmark. Signed on a free transfer. They're all free transfers. I don't need to keep saying it. He is very good. 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Tackling, amazing. Really good at jumping as well. Can't header the ball, but I imagine doesn't necessarily need to be able to do that. If he can jump, he should be able to win the ball anyway. Just might go all over the place. Next up, from Fervario Vieira, maybe, in Mozambique. We've gone and signed ourselves a Mozambican goalkeeper. 20 years old is Francisco Musa. 2-star current ability, 4-star potential. He's probably going to be sat on the bench for a lot of this season. He's actually not terrible. Did buy him mainly because he's from Mozambique. Next up is a Norwegian left-back who's currently broken his arm. It is Jonas Mikkelburst, signed from Molven, maybe, IL in Norway. He's got 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. I think he's pretty good compared to our other options. Basically, our other options was Josh De Bio. So Jonas Mikkelburst, I think, is going to be one of the first names on our team sheet. Not due to how good he is, but due to how bad everyone else is. It's another Mozambican. It is Ibrahimo Soos, or Suarez maybe, 20 years old. He's got 1 cap for Mozambique. He's not very good. 1.5-star current ability, 3-star potential. Trying to loan him out. I can't imagine anybody's going to want him. Probably the last we'll ever see of Ibrahimo. Moving further up the pitch, we have signed 18-year-old Croatian right winger Frannie Faddish from Kamen in Croatia. 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. Physically, really good. Everything else is okay, I guess. Might be a future captain. Into the centre of the pitch we go. It is Uruguayan central midfielder Jose Luis Perez, 19 years of age, signed from Miramar Misiones. Sure, I think a lot of these players I went through, like the Uruguay under-19s, and he was in there, and he was available on a free, so I just picked him up. 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Jose Luis Perez, I think, is bloody good. Probably one of our best players. Another Uruguayan joining the club next, Antonio Jesus Garcia. I definitely went through the Uruguay under-19s, didn't I, and picked up all the players who were available on free transfers who were willing to move to the northwest of England. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Him and his mate, I've already forgotten his name, could be our 2 central midfielders for the season. And finally, a South African defender, Nikiwe Nzizi from School of Excellence. I might need to have a quick look at those in a minute. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. I don't know the shape of my squad, as in, I have a feeling from the transfers that we've made, that's a word, from the transfers that we've made, we've got a lot of centre-backs, because at least 4 of those were defenders. We've also loaned out a load of players here as well. Jack Bridge, Dinesh Galella, Raul Correa going out on loan to Yeovil, Zico Asari, as we mentioned, George Wilson, Sam Symes, Tom Sams, Josh De Bao, Marco Russ and Zidane Iqbal all leaving the club for various loan deals. Well, hopefully that is enough for a bit of an update for you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the Rochdale game off camera, which is a Carabao Cup first round game, which I'm not expecting to get much out of. Are Rochdale even in our league? No, they are not. They're a League One side, so I expect to fully lose that game, and then we'll come back and we will have the Swindon game in this episode, and hopefully we can start the season off actually in the league with a bit of a bang. Well, we are back, and things kind of went well. First game of the season in the Carabao Cup. Obviously, you can see there that we did beat Rochdale on penalties. We did drop down to 10 men. Morten Jessen, a player who I said can't header a ball, scored a header. We were dominated for the entire match, but we still managed to get through. I'm hoping that that's a sign of things to come, because we weren't actually bad defensively. It just means once we start scoring some goals, then we'll be flying through the league, because Rochdale are a League One side, we are a League Two side. So let's jump in then to the first match of the season in League Two. Swindon Town, don't know where they finished last season. Hopefully they weren't very good. Apparently they finished 13th place, so we were a lot better than them last season. We've got 1 win apiece. I do like that away kit. That is a really nice away kit. Not many teams wear purple, So this is what we are going to go for then. This is the formation that we essentially played for pretty much all of last season, if I'm not mistaken. It is a 5-2-1-2, 5 very defensive players here. So starting in goal will be Andresen, the loney goalkeeper from Reading. A back 5, Godwin Asia on the right, Marlon Fossey on the left, because we don't currently have any fit left backs at the moment, or players that can play because Pepra got himself sent off against Rochdale. The midfield, the central defenders, all 3 of them. Mzizi will be making his debut. Morten Jessen, is it Morten? It is Morten. It is Morten Jessen. I was correct. Morten Jessen, Big Dave, and Mzizi will be the back 3. Oldacre and Garcia will be in the middle, with Will Smallbone just behind the strike partnership of Mikado and Cybulski. Let's just introduce you to a couple of the players who are in the starting 11 then. Godwin Asia, we signed him last season from his native Nigeria. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Godwin's good. He's really good. He's just not particularly good going forward. We've also got Big Dave, formerly of Southampton, 2.5-star current ability, central defender. Also a Nigerian, 4-star potential ability on this lad. Darren Oldacre as well, a midfielder who I bought, I think, midway through last season, who was suddenly amazing. Really good at free kicks, if I remember correctly. 14 free kick taken, 3-star current ability, 4-star potential, still only 23. And the best Uruguayan ever to grace a football pitch in Merseyside, it is Leonardo Mercado. Yes, it's not Luis Suarez, it is Leonardo Mercado. He is the best Uruguayan ever to play football in Merseyside. Don't question it. It's going to take me some time to get back into the swing of commentating matches for Southport. I've been doing a lot of Newcastle lately, not so much Southport. So, Swindon, I assume they're reasonable. They've got Lloyd Isgrove, that's a name I recognise. Zeki Fryers as well as a name that I also recognise. As we are at home, it will be nice to get a victory to kick things off. 3 minutes on the clock, so we've got an early highlight. Marlon Fossey to Mzizi, plays it forward. Cybulski can run past the defender, keeps going, does the big lad. Just hits it wide of the post. First chance on goal goes towards Southport. Throw on the right-hand side. Who's taken it? Godwin Asia has taken it. Of course he is. Mikado just outside the area. Back to the Nigerian Asia. Now Oldacre. Mikado into the area. Tries to play it across. Can't manage it. And potentially a break for Swindon is on with Kane Woolery running down the left-hand side. Whoever that is in front of him is busting a gut to get back. Number 6 is Garcia. It's now Sanoko. Forward to Watton. Goes for goal. Takes a deflection. Stanley's in on goal. And Connor Stanley gets very lucky. Puts Swindon 1-0 up. 9 minutes on the clock. We got done on the counter-attack. We got absolutely done on the counter-attack. I feel a bit bad that Garcia got blamed for that. I don't think it was his fault at all. 16 minutes now on the clock. We've got a free kick. This is going to be Oldacre territory, isn't it? Darren Oldacre steps up, goes for goal, almost puts it into the top corner. It's a good save from the keeper. We have ourselves a corner on the left-hand side. Who is the man going over to take it? I've no idea. Will Smallbone, the Southampton loanee, towards the back post. Big Dave is there, and the goalkeeper holds on to the effort. Half an hour played. We find ourselves 23rd place in the table because not many teams are actually losing, and everyone that is losing, they're losing 1-0. So everyone, we're basically down there on alphabetical order, aren't we? Zeki Fryers to Baldwin, the central defender for Swindon, plays it forward. Big Dave heads it though, finds Will Smallbone, formerly both of them of Southampton. Cybulski's in on goal. It's a great effort from the Polish striker. It's saved though. Smallbone is going to go over and take it. Good. Smallbone is a small man, so it's quite handy that he's taken our corners. Oldacre's going to get the ball from the headed clearance. The highlights, please end, or not. Keep the highlight going now. Marlon Fossey, the American, plays it across. Highlight ends. Garcia's on a 6.2. What is he doing? Andresen forward. Finds Stanley. What a shocking goal kick that was. Zeki Fryers with it now. The former Crystal Palace and Manchester United player, I think. Definitely Palace, not sure about Man United. Baldwin forward. Oldacre heads it down though. Smallbone, former Southampton man, or current Southampton man technically, because he's only on loan. Runs past 2 Swindon players. Gets tackled though. And now Fryers can find Lloyd Isgrove, also former Southampton man. Plays it across, left-hand side. Stanley's going to keep it in play. Godwin Asia's in front of him. Go on, Godwin. Doesn't need to get there, though. Watton. Where is he going to go for Swindon? Swindon are actually dominating us, aren't they? Isgrove with it on the right. Fossey's given away a penalty. He's given away a penalty. Lloyd Isgrove is the man to step up and take it against Andresen on loan from Reading. Isgrove steps up into the bottom corner. We're 2-0 down against Swindon at home. I don't think we deserve to be 2-0 down. I've spent so long in charge of Newcastle, doing really well, winning games quite comfortably, that going back to being Southport is not going so well. We're going to give him an angry team talk. I'm also going to have to substitute Garcia off because he's having a shocker. Jacob Butterfield is going to come on. Then I've just subbed the wrong person. Hold on. Much better. Oldacre will be the box-to-box, or do we swap them over? No, we swap them over. Oldacre could be that deep-line playmaker. Mikado's not doing so hot. Cebulski's not doing so hot either. One thing that I need to do, is it in transition? Where's the goalkeeper thing? Right, goalkeeper in possession. Throw it long. No, roll it out. We've got 5 defenders. You should be able to find one of them. Can we just do that? Just distribute to the defenders, and we'll build from the back. 51 minutes. Godwin Asia's throw finds Mikado. Plays it back to the substitute Butterfield. And captain, if I'm not mistaken. Oldacre now. Butterfield again. Asia's got loads of space. Smallbone. Back to Oldacre. Now Godwin Asia finally gets the ball. Crosses in. Cebulski is there. And the 6'6" Polish striker makes it 2-1. We need to start playing to our strengths. We definitely need to start playing to our strengths. So, we need to have floated crosses. That's tall players, right? We need to get some floated crosses in and then try and stick it on Bartosz Cebulski's head. We've arguably been the better side. We've had double the amount of shots. Oldacre with a free kick towards Big Dave at the back, and Big Dave has scored his first goal of the season. It is 2-2. We're scoring headers. All 3 of our goals so far this season have all been headers. I very rarely score headers on this game. I'm glad it's finally happening. Jessen with a free kick doesn't find Smallbone. Swindon do have it. Stanley on the left-hand side, cuts inside, goes for goal on his right foot. Andresen makes a save. It's going to be a corner with 23 minutes left to play. Stanley's gone over to take it with his left foot towards the back post. Godwin Asia gets the ball clear. Reed is going to collect it though for Swindon. Time for a change. Mikado off. Cameron Archer is going to be coming on. Cameron Archer, by the way, he is, I think, our club's top goal scorer. Scored 19 goals last season, 23 the season before that. Cameron Archer is good at football, even though it doesn't look like he should be. I'm tempted as well to bring on Faddish as that attacking midfielder, as that shadow striker for Smallbone, but I'm not quite sure just yet. Final 10 minutes. Godwin Asia is looking extremely tired. Right, Godwin Asia's coming off. Faddish is going to come on. He can be a right back, can't he? Maybe. He's got 5 tackling. To be fair, Fossey gave away a penalty, so it doesn't really matter how good people's tackling is, does it? 4 minutes of injury time to play. It's looking like it's going to be a 2-2 draw first game of the season. It's not the worst result. I will take it. 20 shots, 10 on target. We really could have done with scoring some more goals, but I'll take the 2-2 draw. So, after one game, we are currently 9th place in the table. Lots of draws took place by the looks of it, and then only 6 teams managed to win their game. I think that actually works out 6 wins and 6 draws, doesn't it? So what are we going to do next episode? We have obviously got the Carabao Cup, which I'm not too fussed about. We're going to go somewhere late August, I think. Macclesfield, Fylde, Plymouth, maybe even Cambridge. It probably will be 2 matches as well. Thinking of changing up to go 2 matches, similar to what I did with the Newcastle save. Thank you very much for watching this return episode of the Southport save. It is season 4. We've started off with a point. We've made a lot of transfers. We've got ourselves a new club owner. There's still a lot for me to get my head around because I can't quite remember where we were as a club. So hopefully I will catch things up over the next 5 or 6 matches, because once we return, we need to be pushing for playoffs again. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with more Football Manager.